Evening, guys. So I'm hearing avoidance. I feel like someone is avoiding something. Now, I don't see avoidance anywhere on my table, right? But I do see acceptance, and I see it twice. There could be something that you're avoiding that you may really need to accept. This could be, and I see hands underneath a sun there. This could be that you hold light, or someone else that's in your energy holds a light. And I see look for signs and synchronicities, okay? I feel like you're being shown, I feel like you're being guided to accept a certain situation. And this, I see favors. I feel like this will favor. I also see the butterfly. This will favor you. Okay, having this acceptance will favor you. It will put you in a position of rebirth, transition, change that is beneficial for you. Whatever you're avoiding and not accepting, you need to wave goodbye to that situation. I see burn the bridges, and I also see the Chariot. I feel like I also see in their head. So I feel like this is really affecting your mind space, your heart space. You could be really stressed out with overthinking about this situation. And with the Chariot, I feel like this has become a very massive obstacle for you, okay? I also see the Seven of Wands. You need to move forward. You need to stand in acceptance of whatever this situation is, okay? This could be I see unresolved situation. And I also see romance. This could be about a lost relationship that you need to let go of, okay? I feel like possibly you're holding on to a cycle or a mindset that you need to let go of to be able to move forward, okay, with the Chariot there. And when you do, this will lead to change, transition, okay, for your higher self. Because at the moment, I feel that your emotional stability is being really pulled on with the push and pull there. And I feel like I see the Three of Wands in reverse. This is something that you turned your back on and have left in a box. Okay, you've left it in a box. I see the Eight of Pentacles. This makes me feel like a lot of hard work is going to be needed, okay? I feel like this is going to be a lot of hard work, and I think that's why you're in an avoidant energy. But with this being in the upright, you know, I think it's something that you're going to be able to achieve. It's going to require patience and hard work and dedication, you know, and I feel like this is for yourself. I feel like this is something you need to do for yourself. And I see privacy. I feel like, and I see the Hermit in reverse. And I saw, we have looked for signs and synchronicities, okay? With the Hermit, it's all about soul searching, spiritual alignment, and reflection. But right now it's in reverse, right? Because you're avoiding what needs to be done, the hard work. And with privacy there, with the Hermit, I feel like, the universe is showing you signs and synchronicities that you need to pull back your energy from other people. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you need to put the time, energy, the hard work into finding yourself for this transformation to happen. I also see I aspire for my home to be a peaceful place for all who enter. And I feel like in your home space right now, you possibly don't feel at peace. And I see calm here. It says the turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break in your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. I also see confidence. You may be very unconfident right now. And I see innocence. I feel like you need to go inwards. Innocence is something that could have been taken from you at a young age. Okay. And with the sheep there, you possibly could be like a black sheep of the family, or was made to feel like you was. And I see cycle in reverse as well. You're just stuck in a cycle right now. And I feel like you go through points where 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you withdraw your energy. And I see shared experiences. I feel like, you don't really talk about yourself very much. You're very guarded and hidden. And, when we share our experiences, right, that can strengthen bonds between people. Okay. I see I am finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. I mean, if this is about a relationship that you lost because you were in a very avoidant energy, I feel like I see love bombing as well. This could have been something you were doing. You could have been love bombing this person, and that's why the relationship deteriorated. And that's because you're in an avoidant energy, right? You need to go within and maybe accept, because we had the acceptance card twice, that this relationship, broke down, okay? Maybe because you're in this avoidant energy. And I see spirituality as well. Great things come from when we connect with the universe and we surrender our vessels to the universe and to those or high towards the light. I'm going to read that. It says, fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. And we had look for signs and synchronicities there. So you're definitely being guided, okay, by your spirit guides, by the universe, to start accepting and putting time, effort, and energy into yourself. And you may be, I see ex-lover in reverse. This could be your energy right now. You could be wanting to rekindle a spark with the person that you lost, but you know, you can't do that when all you're doing is, if you're love bombing someone because you're in an avoidant energy. If you are someone that knows you need to deal with something that triggers you, past traumas, heartbreaks. I did see with the butterfly, there will be transformation if you put in the hard work and build on yourself, dedicate your time and energy to yourself. Okay. The moon could be significant. I'm seeing the moon there. I feel like if maybe you need to ask the universe, okay, for guidance and help. Speak it out into existence. When we speak out into existence, the universe will deliver help if they see you are standing in your truth and wanting to put the hard work in. And when they see that, they will reward you. Okay, I see new love there. Renewed hope. I also see people pleaser. I feel like you're, for a long time, I've been in this energy. And I feel like that's because I see gaslighted. You maybe have been manipulated, unheard. Maybe in a position where you've doubted yourself a lot. Maybe a lot of people have twisted the truth on the narrative of you, okay? But, with this new love, the renewed hope, this is definitely what you need. You need to go within and love who you are truly. And this will give you hope. I see be open. Okay. I also see I've been fighting a battle I can't win. And I'm so sorry that you feel that way. But the universe is telling me to tell you it is time. It is time now. I'm seeing unexpected all of a sudden. And I see divine masculine reversed. So I could be speaking to a masculine that is in reversed energy right now. You could have gone through some unexpected turn of events lately. And you felt like you're in a battle that you just can't win, but you can. You can, and the universe is telling you, you know, they're showing you signs and synchronicities that you're ignoring and avoiding. And I feel like you're very cool. I see paranoid. I feel like you're very cautious right now. Your heart space is very guarded and you feel very insecure. But I see, again, love. Strong affection. And this is what you need for yourself. I also see single parent. You could be a single parent. Okay, and that's why this may feel a struggle. You could feel very isolated, and that's why avoiding this situation to try and let go and let God deal with it, and to put time and effort into yourself when you've been given nothing to feel worthy enough of change. You know, I understand that, right? We all been there. Like, lots of us have been in this situation. And I feel like, you know, this situation has been dragging on. Okay, I see it. Should have been done. But, you know, if you're in an avoidant energy, not dealing with it, you know, this is going to drag out. This situation is going to drag out. And I see authentic self. The universe is wanting you to be yourself. Be true to yourself. Know your self-worth. Stop following. You know, I hear in that. Stop following others. And live your own life with your own thoughts, your own intuition, okay? I see dance as well. And with the moon card there, it says as well, oh my God, take inspiration from the moonlight dancing on the surface of the sea. You know, move as if no one's watching, right? Be authentic. Be authentic. And I see show the world who you are. And I also see abandonment issues. Oh, and I see I'm scared. Oh my God, and sabotage. Okay. So you could be suffering with abandonment issues, and maybe this is something that you avoid also to deal with. And maybe that's why you avoided the relationship that you had that you lost. You could have been very scared of being abandoned. And I feel like this is because you weren't showing your true self. Because you've been made to feel like your true self isn't enough, right? But we're all worthy. We're all worthy. I see wardrobe sense and homeless. You may be in emergency or temporary accommodation right now. You could be actually homeless. You could be worried about the way you dress, or you could take pride in that. When we take pride in our appearance, that's good, right? But, you know, is it a mask? Is it to show people that we're fine when we're not, right? You could feel like you're just done explaining stuff to people. because you can't move on. I feel like you may be trying to protect your energy right now, but, you know, not speaking or dealing or healing the situation is keeping you in a loop. I feel like with the can't move on card there, I feel like you really miss your ex-partner. I feel like you really miss them, and you possibly could be in regret right now. Yeah, oh my God, I see missing. And with the envelope there, I feel like you miss communicating with this person. But I also see the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new lands, but seeing with new eyes. Okay? And that's exactly it, right? You need to see yourself in the light that you are worthy to see yourself in, and not seeing yourself in a narrative that people may have put you in. And I feel like love will come your way when you learn to love yourself, right? We can't love others until we know how to love. And going within is exactly where it starts, right? And when you do this, I see a new pathway. And I see choose wisely. It says be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. And you don't, right? You don't need to block yourself or sabotage yourself because you feel any less than. And I see be careful what you wish for. You know, when you're in a mindset of not feeling worthy, that's what you're going to create in your reality. Loving yourself attracts people that are going to love you, right? Because that's what you show for you. And I see my mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. And that I definitely feel like that is your energy right now. And this doesn't need to be a reality, right? Doesn't need to be a reality. I also see what is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now. You could be asking yourself this. What is it that you want right now? Okay? What is it you want right now? Because whatever it is that you desire, you could have. As long as you put the time and dedication into yourself to know that you can be open to receive that, right? And you're keeping yourself very blocked right now. I see meditate. I feel like you need to find some quiet time to be within your own thoughts and not focused on what maybe you lost, but focus on what you can gain if you put in the work, right? And then I see healed, not hurt. Healing here is a definite must. It's a definite must. And I see inner circle. It says, are you being excluded from the inner circle? You could be pulling back your energy from people right now. Maybe that people that have hidden agendas. I also see gossip spread. And attachment issues again. I see attachment issues that could coincide with the abandonment issues, right? You could feel that people within your circle space right now have hidden agendas or motives when it comes to you. And where you've been in an energy that you felt, you haven't felt worthy of people, you have attachment issues because you're seeking validation from others when we literally have the tools within us just to validate ourselves. We don't have to seek the validation of others to feel whole. You can make yourself feel whole. And in the end, confirmation with the beat there, in the end, we can learn to validate ourselves by going within and showing ourselves that love, right? Our circles don't have to be big, right? I definitely feel that there is a cord that needs to be cut. This tie needs to be cut. You need to go on a journey. Oh my God, and I see journey and I see guidance. You're being guided to do this. And my advice is to go within, take the journey. Yes, it will be difficult, it will be hard, but your determination with the butterfly there will bring transformation and change because you chose to be a higher version of yourself. And we're all worthy of love and of loving ourselves. It's not selfish and it's not egotistic. It's just knowing if we're bringing to the table truth, kindness, and love, that's exactly what we deserve, right? If you're not bringing that, again, you need to go within and check in with yourself. Who are you? What morals do you have? How could you be kinder to the people around you? These are really important questions we should ask ourselves regularly. What do we bring to this world, right? How do we present ourselves? This is going to be a hard journey for whoever this message is. I feel like it's for a masculine. And it seems like you're avoiding and self-sabotaging your own success rate. But you got this. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. Because we're all worthy of it, right? We're all worthy of it. And I really wish you the best of luck. I love you guys. Have a great evening.